Hey, like I'm the Fonz, prosperity practitioner. How you doing? Brandon Hanley here, voice of a generation. Want to take a moment and just say, hey, listen, if you're enjoying these podcasts, if you are listening for the first time, let us know what you're thinking of them. If, say, hey, I love it. Brandon, I love it. Voice of a generation, this is good stuff. Or you hate it. This is terrible. Blah, blah, blah. Don't like that you do it in the car. Don't like it, you're not supposed to do that. And that's cool too. If you wait your whole life for perfect circumstances, then, I guess life never really happens, right? You're always waiting for the right moment, for something to happen. And honestly, I'm just doing what I can when I can. And for me, the right moment is right now. So bear with me, stick with me, and check out from Henry David Thoreau. I think you're going to enjoy this one. This is Prosperity Quote Series. Guys, I probably got a couple hundred of these set up, lined up. I just thought it'd be fun to do. Because one of the things that happens when you see somebody typing or saying a quote or any of that other jazz, nobody ever follows it up and be like, and this is what it means to me. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you when somebody says to you, wealth is the ability to fully experience life? What? Doesn't even sound like he's talking about money. Doesn't even sound like he's talking about money. Wealth is the ability to fully experience life, and this is from Henry David Thoreau. When you stop and think for a moment, why are you wanting to be wealthy? What does wealth mean to you? What do you want all the dollars and cents for? You don't want the money so you can sit there and stare at it, maybe a little bit, for a couple days, every once in a while. But you don't really want the money so you can just sit there and stare at it. That money's got a use value. And we talk about this often. You're willing to spend that money if you can get a greater use value for it than you believe the money actually costs. You're looking for a deal. A deal to you is meaningful. A deal to you is meaningful. In the book, The Science of Getting Rich, Wallace D. Wattles talks about selling artwork to an Eskimo. This is back in 1900, 1910, 1912 time frame. And he's like, what use? You robbed them. You basically robbed the Eskimo. What are they going to do with the artwork? There's no use value in that for him. But if you were to sell the Eskimo a gun in exchange for $50, and then you're selling him something that he can use to go hunting with, to protect himself, and so there's a greater value for him than it is to hold on to the money. And then at the same time, it's also having a greater life experience. This is where Wallace D. Wattles presents the whole idea. I think he might have been contemporaries with Henry David Thoreau as well. But he presents the idea that you want to be rich so that you can fully live your life, to experience life to its fullest. And what is life? Life is every experience that you're having, linked up one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. Life is fully experienced. And there's really nothing else to it. So how many great experiences can you line up together? And that's what wealth is used for. That's what money is used for. That's what riches are used for. The wealth in of itself are the experiences, is your life experience. And that's exactly what Henry David Thoreau is saying here. What would it be like to live your life to its fullest, to have the fullest experience? That's what the challenge is. Do you want to have a full life? Do you want to fully experience your life? I've never met somebody that says, no, I really don't want much of, I don't want much, I've got everything I need. Sure you do, but you want a whole lot of other things. And you're always thinking about it. It's always in the back of your mind. You don't need the things to be happy. Yes, you have the capability to be happy right where you are today. God bless you. That's true. And nobody's saying that you're not, and that you need anything else to be happier. They are simply experiences. And if you can have the experiences that you want in your life, then that is wealth. That is all around wealth. And that's what Henry David Thoreau is saying here. And that's what the prosperity practice is about. It's not simply about money. It's not simply about having all the things. It's about all the facets of life and having them be what you want them to be. Having what you want in your life because you work hard to have it in your life. Now you have to work hard because you've worked to have it in your life. Because you created that type of life for yourself. I love it. I love it. If you love it, put it over there on iTunes. Say, I love it. I love it. If you hate it, go over to iTunes and say, I hate it. If you want to connect with me over on the Prosperity Practice on Facebook. And if you want to hop into the Facebook group, come on over. It's a lively bunch of people in there just kicking it and saying, hey, this is what prosperity means to me. Head on over there, join the group, and you can also, if you never did the email prosperity game that is available over at prosperity-practice.com, you could also do it via Facebook if that is something that is up your alley. Either way, got things for you to be able to have more prosperity in your life and be able to recognize it when it's actually happening. I think that's another facet of what we're doing here, is not just trying, or not just not noticing the lack, but noticing what is in your life that you've already got that's making you prosperous already. What is it in your life that you already have? You have all the prosperity. You have it all already. You just got to recognize it. And when you recognize that, you're going to recognize, even like you do. Once you begin to recognize prosperity that you have, you begin to recognize so much more of it. And that's what this little journey is about, guys. That's what this little journey called life is about. You can recognize, you can recognize lack, or you can recognize prosperity. It's very, very, very seldom do you find too many people on one side, only in the middle, right? Very seldom do you find somebody that is happy in life and has the prosperity and is sometimes talking about lack. Very seldom do you find that, because they understand that the more that they recognize the prosperity in life, the more that they recognize the abundance, the more that they're grateful for the things that they have in their life, the more gratitude they express. They continue to see more and more of it show up in their life. And the same thing happens with lack, with poverty. The more they focus on all their problems and all the things that are missing, the more that they're able to notice missing. Take that for what it's worth, guys. Again, from Henry David Thoreau today, wealth is the ability to fully experience life, and that is why the prosperity practice exists for you, so that you are able to fully experience life.